So Gary, it's great to catch up. I just want you to run through our community initiatives and holiday course this summer.
Yeah, so it's really in chronological order. We've had a massive uptake on our community schemes with the good work from Ross Betteridge, who leads our team of coaches. We've more than doubled the amount of schools that we were going into 2 seasons ago. In particular, work from the National League Trust as well, who provides some vital funding for us to be allowed to go into these schools. We not only go into mainstream schools, we go into learning difficulties as well as physical disability schools. So that is a key part of the work. But then that leads on to what we've got here today. You probably see behind me, we've got the first team training, but actually at the other end of the pitch, we also have our holiday course. There's 51 children here today, and there's been over 1,300 that have been booked in for the 5 weeks worth of sessions that we've had here at the ground. And just to put that into perspective, about pre-COVID, you wouldn't have got 500 here from across the 6 weeks. So it's a real testament to the hard work of all of our staff here. And basically it's the fruition of the 3G pitch now. It's coming into the fact that this is now the local hub for all football within our area in the borough of Havant, in these areas of Waterlooville, and we're attracting kids from all over the place. So it's been a great work.
And not only has it been the holiday course, but also all the cup finals that take place and all the teams that train here too.
Yeah, sure. So without trying to sound too commercial, it is a commercial business as well as a football club now, and we do have to have some sort of understanding that we need to provide. So we keep the costs reasonable. If you travel within an hour of this venue, prices for the hire of the 3G pitch are actually double to what they are here. So we've looked after our local community. We've targeted teams within the PO9 areas, the PO8 areas, and then obviously a little bit further in PO11, the Hayling, because Hayling don't have a provision for a 3G pitch. So we've welcomed their community into our football club, and the pitch is booming. With the introduction of other teams within the club, such as the women's reserves team this year, the under-23s for the men, alongside the women and our partnerships with Clownfield and with Portsmouth Women, this ground is thriving, and without that, we just wouldn't be able to survive as a football club. Really, it's really pushing the club along.
Yeah, fantastic. And mentioning that community, we're going to help even more get in this year with thousands and thousands of school tickets.
Yeah, so schools tickets is something that we introduced a couple of years ago. I really have to thank Draper Tools. Although they're now not the stadium sponsors, they were very, very keen to continue the work within the local community. And if it wasn't for them, this scheme wouldn't be able to carry on. They have provided 6,000 tickets to go into schools for children to bring their parents along at a discounted rate of £10 per parent to come in, and it allows the child to watch in a safe environment, a standard of Step 2 football in non-league, and to have that realisation that their dreams could be here, playing here at Havant Waterlooville Football Club. Our tickets have been designed by children through the Russell Martin Foundation in Sussex, where one of our commentators, Matt Dravel, is currently employed with, and again it was another community scheme to design a ticket, and it's little things like that brings the local community together. The kids absolutely love it here, and you see that on the match day, the clamour of getting a signature from a player, which I remember doing that in the early 90s, showing you how old I am. That's still live today. It's not necessarily Instagram or TikTok when it comes to things like that. They love a signature. They go sign my ball. It's fantastic, and we want that to continue. We want as many people to come here and enjoy that experience.
And we've gone one step further again this year with our season ticket sales. I know the fans will be very keen to see how we're doing along those lines.
Yes, we've actually had an increase in the amount of season tickets that have been sold, which is pleasing for the start of the season. If you actually took in all the sales of season tickets and half season ticket sales, we've beaten that figure already this year, which is excellent. But we do want to push more. We need people behind our team. We need to give them the push forward towards the playoff push, towards the promotion push that every team wants to have at the end of the season. And we want to build this atmosphere to be one of the best within the non-league south, non-national league south. Sorry. So we are introducing other schemes. The Flexleigh will be returning. it was something that was discussed at board level, and it was felt that there were so many people within the community that had, let's face it, it's the cost of living issues at the present time, and they don't have the flexibility of buying the season ticket outright in one hit. So the Flexleigh has been a good way of keeping people involved within the football club. There's going to be no charge for the Flexleigh this year. So you would need to complete a form online, which will be going out on our social media platforms in due course. The ticket price to come in on a Flexleigh will be £10 this year, and it would also be £10 for any Portsmouth season ticket holder or a member of the armed forces or the NHS to come in and watch the game. So they'll get the concession rate. We feel it's a vital thing for people to have the flexibility to come in and out as and when they can. There's a clear indicator that people now need to work on weekends that never used to happen in the old days. There's family needs where there's so much youth football going on. Trust me, I know you've seen me running in there on the match day at 11:30 going, I've just left at half time of my daughter's game. So there is a clear need that we do need to be more flexible with the community. We need to make sure that we're giving as many opportunities, being inclusive to all, and welcoming everybody as much as possible.
Well, yourself, the staff and the board all took inspiration as well from Finn's documentary, and that really showed the fans and the culture here at the club.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, to be fair. The chairman actually brought that to my attention. I missed the notification on X or Twitter, whatever we're calling it these days. I actually sat down and watched that about 7 times now. And you really... So I thought I knew the fan base here. I'm not saying I'm miles off, but I learned a few things through that video. And Finn's video has actually brought to light exactly why we're doing what we're doing, why we're having the kids here on the community courses, while we've got all the teams playing here, while our fan base is our fan base. Our council estate is bigger than yours, let's face it. Those were the clear words that came out from it. But we want that council estate here following the team, supporting the team, getting behind the team, all opportunities. And that's why we need to continue to drive forward the key ethos that this is the community football club of the local area. It was something, my very first interview that I did here with Henry Deacon, it was the very first thing I said was, this club needs a community ethos, and I'm bringing that into here. Sounds like a political mandate, but let's face it, everybody's on board. From very top, right at the very top with Eric Pope, through the board members, down to the staff members, through to everybody in the community, coaches, our volunteer catering staff, our volunteer turnstile staff. Everybody is here because they want to see the club strive and get better, and we're all for it. And I thank Finn for bringing that to people's attention. And if you haven't seen it, just Google, basically go back to our social media platforms. It's worth the watch, it really is, and it puts into light exactly what this club's about.
And just finally, how cheaply can that family afford get in with the Flexleigh card, and how do they get one? Yeah,
so like I said, they'll come out, the Flexleigh information will come out on our social media platforms, and that will be very, very shortly. You can basically complete a form online, and we will then have stuff ready for collection as soon as physically possible. You will then be able to have 2 children coming in free per Flexleigh card, and it will also allow up to 2 adults to come in at £10 per head. There are cash and card turnstiles available. You would need to pay on the day. There isn't a way of doing the Flexleigh via the Ticket Co website that we've got with us. But yeah, have a look at the scheme. There'll be details that are put online. There'll be some terms and conditions. But really, it's for all National League South games. We can't do for cup games for competition rules purposes. But we want to welcome as many people here as possible for that scheme.
Lovely. Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Adam.